I'm literally so pale that I'm like blending into my wall. Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we are doing something that again was requested by one of you guys, and obviously you guys by now would have seen my video of learning to drive with anxiety. If you haven't, I'll have it linked down below. It's where I talked about learning to drive with anxiety and how difficult it can be, but it is possible to pass. And on that video one of you guys asked me whether I could do a Q&A, and I put it on my Instagram. Go and follow my Instagram if you don't already and you want to get involved in stuff like this, but I put it on my Instagram and asked you guys to ask me questions about driving and anything you want to know about learning to drive. That is what we're going to do in today's video. Before we get into it, remember to subscribe, drop a comment down below. Before we get into it, remember to subscribe. This is a thumbs up. Also, remember to give a thing. I can't speak today. Before we get into it, remember to subscribe, drop a thumbs up. Drop a thumbs up. Okay, let's just get straight into the video. The first question we have, it says, how did you learn the show me, tell me questions? So, how I learned the show me, tell me questions was YouTube. At first, I went online and was like reading the answers, but they just don't go into my brain. I am a visual learner, so I learn better when it's watching something or listening to something. I struggle when it comes to reading. I can read and I can write, but it just doesn't really go into my brain. So I went onto YouTube and I just typed in show me, tell me questions, watched the videos over and over and over again until my brain exploded and I was annoyed at how much I'd watched them. But by the time I went for my test and my instructor was testing me on them, I knew all the answers. So if you're like me and you're a visual learner, then I definitely recommend going on YouTube and searching the show me, tell me questions. I will have the video linked down below that I used, so you can just click on there if you need to. Next question is, did you struggle with small things? I always overthink and end up cocking it up. Yeah, I did. Like, there was times where I'd struggle with looking in my mirrors and it would go on for a few weeks until I got better at it, and then there was times where I just couldn't reverse park and it was stressful, but then I got to do that, and it's just like tiny little tweaks. But the thing is, you will never be able to drive 100% perfectly because there's other people on the road, there's weather conditions, you don't know what's going to happen the day you drive, and every drive is different, so there's always going to be little mistakes, which is why you get 15 minors on the test. If you're on the test and you do a little thing wrong, don't think about it, because it could be just a minor, and then you will think about it and you'll carry on making loads of minors, and you'll either make a serious or you'll make over 15 minors and you'll fail. So if you make a little mistake, don't think about it, because it will just stress you out and wreck your brain. Sorry guys, my camera died and I can't remember what I was saying. I think I was saying don't think about one mistake over and over again. So the next question after that is, this is me and there's a few. Roughly how many hours did it take? Although everyone varies. I don't really count by hours, but I did one lesson a week for 2 years, so that's how many hours that it took me. The next question is, how much practice at home did you do and what did you do? I didn't really practice at home. I didn't have a car and start driving outside of lessons just because I didn't really feel ready to do stuff like that, and I didn't want to pick up bad habits outside of lessons that could come back to haunt me in a test. So I pretty much just watched the show me, tell me questions. I also did watch actually pass tests on YouTube. You can type in pass test and there's like instructors and stuff that do YouTube channels, and they film a whole test and they say whether the person passed or failed at the end, and it can show you what not to do, what's right to do, and they were actually really handy, so I definitely recommend doing that. Next question is, does the anxiousness go away the longer you're doing your lessons? And yes, it does. The first few months I was scared and I was going 10 miles per hour and I was like, oh my gosh, this is too fast, but eventually it went fine, and then 30 miles per hour felt really slow. So the more you do it, it does start to go away. You've just got to really hang in and actually just pull yourself out of bed, go and do your lessons, because there was days where I just didn't really want to leave the house. I was having a bad mental health day or whatever, and I just got out of bed and I went on my lessons. Just stick with it and the anxiousness does go away. Next question is, how many lessons a week did you have? I answered that already. I had one lesson a week. Sometimes, I think twice, I had a 2-hour lesson, but lessons are expensive. They're like £27 an hour, and I personally was paying for my own lessons, so I just got one a week. Next is how much were your lessons? £27 an hour, but some instructors charge more. It all varies, so make sure you ask the instructor when you are asking them if they can teach you how much it is per hour, but it's usually around the £30 mark. Next question is, what did you eat and drink before your test? So I'd heard everywhere that eating a banana helps, so I had a banana. Also, I'm on a calorie deficit diet, so I had a Slim Fast. I had the strawberry one, if you're wondering what flavour I had. I also had water, a cup of tea, and I took a Fibre One bar. They're the 90 calorie bars. I'll show you them, hang on. These are the bars, and I took one of these on the test with me, because obviously you have a lesson, an hour lesson before your test. So just before I was about to go into my test, I ate one of those. I also took my water with me, and I also had carbs, which I talked about a bit more in my last video, so if you want to hear a bit more on carbs, then go and watch that video for that. Next question is, what car did you learn in? And I think my instructor's car was a Corsa. It was really easy to drive, and yeah, it might not be the most glamorous car, but that's the car I wanted when I passed, because I knew I could drive a Corsa. At the minute, we're working on getting me a Citroen, so maybe that'll be easy to drive, I don't know, but I will keep you updated, and I'll probably do drive with me's or something if that's what you guys are interested in. You'll have to let me know in the comments down below if you want to see drive with me's or anything like that. Comment it down below. The next question is, how many times did it take you to pass? So it took me 3 times. The first one I had seriouses, the second one I had seriouses, but like 5 minors, so not a lot of minors, and then the third one I had 2 minors, and I passed my test on my third try. Next question is, what was your first drive alone like? I haven't had my first drive alone yet, but I'm sure I will keep you guys updated either on here or on Instagram on how my first drive alone is going to be like. So follow me on Instagram or subscribe if you want to know what my first drive alone is going to be like. I'm kind of scared. I'm scared of driving in the dark. I'm scared of driving with music, because I just don't know what it's going to be like on my own. So guys, that is all the questions that you asked me over on my Instagram. I know this video is kind of short, but I hope you really liked it. If you did, please remember to smash a massive thumbs up. And remember to subscribe, obviously, so you can watch more driving videos or any of the other videos I upload on my channel. I do beauty, lifestyle, challenges, 24-hour things, food videos, literally anything you can think of I do. I don't have a niche or a genre, so make sure you subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.